community minister for Lufkin Central. And this week, as I've been preparing my lesson for the week, you know, uh, when people ask me why I do what I do, when they ask me what my passion is, I love teaching. I love sharing with other people. I love the opportunity to passionately remind them of something or even inform them of something, maybe in a way they never knew it before. And really, it comes down to this. It comes down to this, that what I'm going to read to you this morning comes from the Gospel of Luke. It is the third gospel in the New Testament. You have Matthew, Mark, Luke, and Luke is probably my favorite of the gospels. There I go again, using that word favorite. But listen to this from Luke chapter 24, because you'll find in here my reason for just my foundation, actually, if you will, for why I do what I do. Uh, Chapter 23 ends with Jesus being buried, and uh, the women come, and they return with these spices and these ointments to honor his life and to honor his death. Check this out from Luke chapter 24. But on the first day of the week, at early dawn, they went to the tomb, taking the spices they had prepared, like we just talked about. And they found the stone rolled away from the tomb. But when they went in, they did not find the body of the Lord Jesus. While they were perplexed about this, behold, two men stood by them in dazzling apparel. And as they were frightened and bowed their faces to the ground, the men said to them, "Why do you seek the living among the dead?" Seems like a strange question, right? Because remember, Jesus had just died on the cross, and Jesus had just been buried in the tomb, and they prepared these spices, rested on the Sabbath, and they go to find Jesus, and yeah, they expect not to see him, but see where he was laid, and then the stones out of the way. And what I love is says, and when they go in, well, yeah, I mean, who wouldn't go in? It seemed, I mean, seems to me like you would want to go in and go, okay, okay, what just happened here? I don't want to hear it from somebody else. I want to see it myself. And then they're asked this question: Why are you looking? Why do you seek the living among the dead? He is risen. He says he is not here. He is risen. Remember how he told you while he was still in Galilee. So right there, we see this, that he didn't just tell this to his disciples, right? He's told this to a lot of people, and by well, actually, in many ways, he told this to his disciples, but not just the 12 disciples, right? It says, "Remember how he told you while he was still in Galilee that the Son of Man must be delivered into the hands of sinful men and be crucified, and on the third day rise." And they remembered his words. And returning from the tomb, they told all these things to the 11 and to all the rest. Remember, at this point, Judas, after betraying Jesus, couldn't live with himself, and you know that story, right? And two, notice that again, this kind of speaks to, says, remember what he told you in Galilee. So yes, he told his those that he called to follow him. The 12 men, and now there's 11. But he says also to all the rest. It says, now it was Mary Magdalene and Joanna and Mary the mother of James and the other women with him who told these things to the apostles. But these words seemed an idle tale. It's hard for them to believe. Wouldn't it be for you? You saw everything that unfolded, and they did not believe them. But Peter rose and ran to the tomb. Stooping and looking in, he saw the linen cloths by themselves, and he went home marveling at what had happened. The foundation, the reason for everything of why I do what I do is a foundation and is a reason that could be the same for you as well. We are who we are. We do what we do. We believe what we believe because not only did Jesus make a promise, not only did Jesus say, yes, the Son of Man is going to be betrayed, not only do we read in Isaiah that, he's this prophecy about him, that how he's going to be bruised for our iniquities. And that's what happened at the cross. But more than that, I do what I do. The foundation upon why I do what I do is because on the third day, Jesus rose. Because the tomb was found empty. And now, some of you listening to this or watching this saying, well, yeah, but you've got to take this to be truth. You've got to take those words and say, okay, yeah, but how do we know it's true? Faith, trust. It's sometimes it's hard to explain. Sometimes it's hard to really explain it to someone and tell them why I believe this. But I'd ask you this: why do you believe a lot of things that you believe? You see, it takes faith and trust not just to believe that Jesus is who he says he is and that Jesus did what he said he did. It takes faith and trust to believe all that we hear. But the problem is we have so many in this life that are unreliable, that are not trustworthy. So here's my challenge for you today. As you go about listening, as you go about, just as we said yesterday, all the noises, everything that we have in this life, one thing I want to challenge you with is for you to understand that you do have the ability to believe in something, to trust in something, to believe in someone, to trust in someone. And I want to challenge you today to put your trust and put your faith in Jesus, but then not just, as we talked about yesterday, not just be someone who hears it, but someone who does it, someone who lives it out. Find a way to show why you believe what you believe, who your belief is in. That's your challenge for today. Go and do. Go and be. Y'all have a great day. God bless.